Good morning students. Now we are going to see the preference shares. There are two types of shares. First is equity shares and second is preference shares. Preference shares means, as the name indicates, these shares have certain preferential rights distinct from those attached to equity shares. Means preference shares get some preferential rights which equity shareholders hasn't get these preferential rights. Name indicates the share. Though these shares have certain preferential rights. Which rights has been which preferential rights preference shareholders get? That a preferential right as to payment of dividend during the lifetime of a company. First preferential right is right to get right as to payment of dividend during the lifetime of a company. Fixed rate of dividend, preferential right to get dividend every year before the equity shareholders get the dividend. Means first preferential shareholders get dividend, then equity shareholders get dividend. Preferential shareholders has preferential right to get dividend to the, and next right is to the return of capital and winding up at the time of winding up of company. Preference shareholders get these two extra rights, preferential rights, distinct from equity shareholders. They get dividend every year. They get dividend during the lifetime and to the return of capital at the time of winding up of company. When there is a process of winding up of a company, before equity shareholders, the preference shareholders get their capital return. The holder of preference share have a prior right to receive fixed rate of dividend before any dividend is paid to equity shareholders. The rate of dividend is prescribed at the time of issue. About dividend, preference shareholders get dividend before the equity shareholders get dividend, and also at fixed rate. Rate of dividend is always fixed at the time of issue of these shares. When company issues preference shares, at that time the company announces the rate of dividend. Means rate of dividend is predetermined and fixed by the company at the time of issue. Preference shares do not carry any voting power. They have voting right only on matters which affect their interest, such as selling of undertaking or changing rights of preference shares. Preference shareholders have no normal voting rights. As equity shareholders have normal voting rights, equity shareholders have no normal voting rights. They can vote only on the matters affect their interest. For example, dividend on preference, rate of dividend. If there is any change in the rate of dividend on preference shareholders, they can vote. Or selling of undertakings, etc. Only these issues they can vote. In normal condition, they cannot vote. They have no normal voting rights. Preference shareholders are co-owners of the company but not controllers. Equity shareholders are owners of the company and they control the company's management. But preference shareholders are co-owners of a company and they not controllers of the company because they have no normal voting rights. So they have not control the company. These shares are purchased by cautious investors who are interested in safety of investment and who want steady returns on investment. The persons who want fixed rate of return and also they want to save their investment, they purchase the preference shares only. Now we are going to see the features of preference shares. First feature is preference for dividend. Preference shares have the first charge on the distributable amount of annual net profit. The dividend is payable to preference shareholders before it is paid to equity shareholders. The first feature is preference for dividend. It means preference shareholders get dividend before equity shareholders get dividend out of distributable amount of annual profit. When there is a calculation of net profit, the preference shareholders have first charge on the distributable net profit as dividend. They have preferential right to get dividend before equity shareholders get dividend. Means when company calculates the net profit of a company after all expenses, taxes paid, then dividend is paid to preference shareholders and then last equity shareholders get their dividend. But in preference preference shareholders get dividend. Second feature is preference for repayment of capital. Preference for repayment of capital. Preference shareholders have a preference over equity shareholders in respect of return of capital when the company is liquidated. It saves preference shareholders from the losses. Preference shareholders have preference over equity shareholders about getting repayment of capital in respect of return of capital. When company gets into liquidation and there is time to repay the capital to all shareholders, preference shareholders have a preferential right to get their capital return. So company repays capital of preference shareholders before company gives to equity shareholders. So preference shareholders have a right to repay capital before equity shareholders get their capital. It saves preference shareholders from capital losses. Because of this feature, they have a security about capital. Means they get some capital because they have a preferential right to repayment of capital. Next, third is fixed return. Third feature is fixed return. These shares carry dividend at the fixed rate. The rate of dividend is predetermined at the time of issue. It may be in the form of fixed sum sum or may be calculated at fixed rate. Fixed return. Preference shareholders get fixed return on their investment. They invest their money into the preference shares. They purchase the company's preference shares and they invest their money into preference shares. After completion of financial year, company gives a return to preference shareholders as a dividend. And this return is fixed return given by a company. It means company predetermined the rate of dividend. Rate of dividend is fixed. There is no change in rate of dividend. If at the time of issue company fixes 9% rate of dividend, then preference shareholders get dividend at the rate of 9% every year. There is no change in the rate of dividend. It means they get fixed return every year. Every year they get 9% dividend after completion of financial year. Preference capital is generally raised at later stage when the company gets established. These shares are issued to satisfy the needs of additional capital of the company. Preference shares always issued at the latter stage of company. It means when there is a joint stock company's formation, in the first initial stage, always equity shares are issued. Preference shares are issued after some years. When company needs additional capital, company issues preference shares. When company gets established, at that time, company issues preference shares. Preferential capital is a safe capital because rate of dividend is fixed on preference shares. So this capital is safe capital. Preference shareholders get a fixed rate of return and also repayment of capital before the equity shares at the time of winding up of company. Next feature is fourth feature is nature of capital. Preference shares do not provide permanent share capital. They are redeemed after a certain period of time. A company cannot issue irredeemable preference shares. Preference shares do not provide permanent share capital to the company. Means after a specific period, company has to repay the preference share capital to their shareholders. Means after some time, company repays the capital. Preference share capital is not permanent. Means it is not for lifetime of a company. It is for a specific period of time. A company cannot issue irredeemable preference shares. Means company must redeem the preference shares after a certain period of time. Means 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Period is fixed at the time of issue. After this specific period, company must redeem the preference shares. But company cannot issue irredeemable preference shares. In Companies Act, there is a provision about this that any company cannot issue irredeemable preference shares. Means irredeemable preference shares means the preference shares which are not repaid after specific time. They will be repaid at the end, at the winding up of at the time of winding up of a company. So there is a provision that any company cannot issue irredeemable preference shares. So this capital is not permanent capital. Nature of capital is not permanent capital. It is for a specific time. The specific time may be 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, but there is a specific time limit. Next feature is market value. The market value of preference shares does not change as the rate of dividend payable to them is fixed. The capital appreciation is considered to the low as compared with the equity shares. Market value of preference shares, there is no change in market value of preference shares. Why it is so? There is no change in market value of preference shares because preference shareholders get fixed return, means there is a fixed rate of dividend. So there is no impact of excess profit or losses. So they get fixed return, and so there is no change in market value of preference shareholders. The capital appreciation is considered to the low as compared with the equity shares. As compared with equity shares, capital appreciation is low. Means capital appreciation means when company earns more profit, the market value of equity shares is high, and because of it, company reputation of company increases. This is capital appreciation. But about preference shares, there is the capital appreciation is considered to be low. There is the consideration is low as compared with the equity shares. Next feature, sixth feature is voting rights. The preference shares do not have normal voting rights. They do not enjoy right of control on the affairs of the company. They have voting rights on any resolution of the company directly affecting their rights. Voting rights. Preference shareholders do not have normal voting rights. They do not enjoy rights to control affairs of the company. They have voting rights on any resolution of the company directly affecting their rights. If there is any change about the preference shares, then only preference shares can vote. In normal condition, they cannot vote. They cannot vote at general meeting in normal condition. Means they can't control the company's affairs. Equity shareholders controls the company's affairs because equity shareholders have normal voting rights, but preference shareholders have not normal voting rights. They have only specific voting rights related, means affecting their rights only. If there is any effect of their rights, if company wants to change the rate of dividend on preference shares, if terms of repayment, if company wants to change the terms of repayment, rate of dividend is changed into rate of dividend, and if company fails to pay dividend for last 2 years, then only in these situations only, on these situations discussion only, company preference shareholders can vote. Otherwise, preference shareholders have not normal voting rights. Next feature is risk. Seventh feature is risk. The investors who are cautious generally purchase preference shares. Safety of capital and steady return on investment are advantages attached with preference shares. These shares are good for shareholders during depression period when interest rate is continuously falling. The investors who are cautious generally purchase preference shares. There is a low risk in purchasing preference shares. The investors who are cautious, who want their investment safe, they purchase the preference shares because there is low risk in purchasing the preference shares, because there is no change in rate of dividend, there is no change in market value, only fixed return, they get fixed return. So when there is a period of boom, when there is these shares are good for shareholders during the period of depression. When there is a period of depression they get fixed return. So it is so useful to shareholders to having a preference shares at the time of depression. Next feature is face value. The face value of preference shares is relatively high than equity shares. They are normally ₹100 each. Preference shares. Face value of preference share is always higher than equity shareholders. Equity shareholders face value is ₹1 or ₹10, but preference shares face value is ₹100 per share. ₹100 per share face value, or more than ₹100, but minimum is ₹100 per share. Why it is so? because preference shareholders get fixed rate of return. There is no change in future time. There is no change in the value. So in first stage, company charges the face value is higher than compared to equity shareholders. Next feature is right or bonus issue. Right or bonus issue. Right issue means company gives preferential right to purchase the new issue to existing shareholders. And bonus issue means company gives free of cost equity shares free of cost to existing shareholders. These two issues, preference shareholders have no right to get right issue or bonus issue. Only equity shareholders have a right to get bonus issue or right issue. Preference shareholders have no right to get bonus issue or right issue. And last feature is nature of investment. Nature of investment. Preference shares attract moderate type of investors. Investors who are conservative, cautious, interested in safety of capital, and who want steady return on investment generally purchase preference shares. The person who wants their investment safe, who are conservative, cautious, and interested in safety of capital, they always purchase the preference shares, because preference the value of market value of preference shares, there is no change in market value of preference shares, there is no change in rate of dividend. So the persons who want their capital safe, the persons who wants the return, fixed return every year, they always purchase the preference share capital. These are 10 features of preference shares. There will be a question. Define preference shares and explain the features of preference shares. At that time, you must write the definition of preference shares, explanation related to preference shares, and features with explanation. 10 features must be there with explanation of preference shares. This question is very important. This is a second question of this chapter, which is going for 8 marks for board examination. Now we are going to see the difference between equity shares and preference shares. Difference between equity shares and preference shares. This question is also important question. Difference between equity shares and preference shares. First difference is always definition of these two types of shares. You have to write definition of equity shares and definition of preference shares as a difference. After the definition, you have to write about the features of these equity shares and preference shares. Features about equity shares and preference shares. That is a rate of dividend. Equity shares rate of dividend is fluctuating rate of dividend. Equity shares having a fluctuating rate of dividend. At the same time, preference shares having fixed rate of dividend. Always preference shares having fixed rate of dividend and equity shares having fluctuating rate of dividend. Next feature is voting rights. preference share preference shares have no normal voting rights. They can only vote on the matters that affects their interest. Voting rights: equity shareholders has normal voting rights. Preference shareholders have no normal voting rights. They can vote only on the matters which affect their interest. Next point is return of capital. Return of capital. Equity capital cannot be returned during the lifetime of a company. Equity share capital do not return in the lifetime of a company. Means when we replace this capital at the time of winding up of a company. And preference share capital, a company can issue redeemable preference shares which can be redeemed during the lifetime of the company. Preference shares are repaid after a specific period during the lifetime of a company. They always issue redeemable preference shares which are redeemed after a specific period, and after a specific period preference share capital is repaid. Next point is nature of capital. Equity share capital is known as risk capital. This equity share capital is nature of capital means which type of capital is this? It is risk capital. And preference share capital is safe capital. Preference share capital is safe capital. Next point is nature of investors. Nature of investors. The investors who are ready to take risk can will invest in equity shares. The persons who are ready to take risk, they invest in equity shares, and the investors who are safe, want safety about their capital, who are cautious, who want fixed return, they invest in preference share capital. These are 6 points, but you have to write more than 6 points. These are minimum. You have to write minimum 6 points for difference. Question in a difference between equity shares and preference shares. Okay, thank you.